A big dip on this Bitcoin chart right now. We're going to take a look at these charts. We got a bunch of good news. We got some news from Tailcoin. We got some information on Tau. We have a lot to talk about in this video. Let's just get right into it. Don't want to waste no time. Decentralized. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the subnets that are available on Tau. We're going to take a look at this Bitcoin chart because ever since 4 months ago, we've been calling for a nice dip in the month of November. We're going to take a look at if this is going to be a quick little dip and we'll be right back up to where we were, 4 or 5 weeks ago, or are we headed to a longer extended downtrend cycle. Also have some news from you guys for some of the cryptos that I talked about on the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Leave me comments in the comment box of anything you would like me to talk about or get into. We have talked about a ton of coins on this channel before. It could be a lot to keep up with, but everything that I talk about on this channel is building and going to have updates, so I will update you as those things come. And speaking of building, go ahead and check out the Ohana protocol, my project, my crypto project that I've been working on for the last 2 years. It is a decentralized reputation protocol for AI agents and Web3. Simple things, keeping the human hand in a digitized world. That's what I'm working on. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. Also, don't forget my Telegram group is open and it is free. Come in there and ask any questions that you want. So first things first, let's get on to some good news, some pretty good news. So usually on Thursdays, I do a live stream with Everything Altcoin. Go ahead and check that out every Thursday at 1 to 2 p.m. right here on YouTube, on Zora. It is on stream. It is on Stitch, or what is it? Stitch, Twitch, stream. One of those. It's on all the platforms anyway. But let's just get right into the news then. Let's just get right to the news. So first things first, we have Tailcoin. Tailcoin is a NeoBank. There's this NeoBank narrative that is happening right now, and Tailcoin is one of the oldest neobanks in this ecosystem. And recently they just got approval to launch the first regulated digital asset bank, so Tailcoin. So this is pretty interesting to see. You got people like Coinbase, you got people like JP Morgan, you got some of these big players in the finance industry throughout crypto and traditional finance looking to open up their own crypto banks or work with crypto. And Tailcoin has been building and saying that they're going to be a part of this narrative for over 5 to 6 years now, and now they are finally approved that we don't have a regulatory system that's against all of crypto. They are approved and they will be launching their digital asset bank, and this is going to help crypto out so much. Like, imagine now when you have crypto, you don't have to go through a centralized exchange and put it into cash or get a centralized exchange credit card just to spend your crypto. You're going to have EUSD right there in whatever wallet you have. That's just what I'm thinking, and that's why I've been bullish on Tailcoin for such a long time. Looking at the price right now, all-time highs over 4 years ago at 6 cents. Right now we are still well below that. You see that spike here, 25% spike on the day is not so bad. Still less than $1 billion market cap. Remember, this is one of those tokens that once they are infrastructure, once they start moving, this market cap should be small. But of course, if we're in a bear market, you don't want to buy it. So speaking of bear market, we got to take a look at this Bitcoin chart right here, because we have been watching this for 4 months, you guys. 4 months. When I go to this chart right here, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 months ago we started topping out, started getting bullish and pulling away from our bull run line and saying, hey, we got to pull back to this 13 moving average at some point in time. Like, it has to pull back to the 13 moving average at some point in time. So now we can see we pulled back to this 13 moving average, which is great. We are at 98k, and if we hold this level, I'm going to start getting very bullish. This is making some people more bearish, but you can see this is my bull run line, this blue line right here, and you can see that it always comes a little bit below it to freak people out, and right now we're below it to freak people out. So if we hold this level, then yes, we can try to go towards our target of 178K Bitcoin. That's the target right now. I didn't just make that target up. That is the breakout of this head and shoulders pattern. I mean, cup and handle pattern right here. So if we do break out, we already broke out from this pattern. So I'm just expecting that we hit this target, unless, things don't always work out, but there's like a 68% chance that this target gets hit. That's why, we're cautiously saying, hey, this could come down and start the bear market, or if it pumps, we're going for that blow off top toward the 200K level. But some things are looking very interesting overall at some of these charts. DXY has not mattered in a long time. Bitcoin dominance is getting rejected, which is not very good for Bitcoin. But I like to mostly look at this right here, this SPX. And remember, the blue line is the bull run line. We have to pull back to this somehow. And for the stock market, how much is that? That's a big loss. That's a 7% loss that we have to take. And there's this gap right here on this daily chart. So, and there's this gap down here, which is the bigger gap that I'm thinking might just play out. This gap on the weekly chart down here, which is at 5,600. That happens, the entire stock market goes into turmoil. Them boys ain't used to losing 15% in a week. That would be kind of a black swan event that would help reset things, because right now things are a little bit iffy. So expecting a little bit more of a dip because of this, but I want to hold this level. Long as we hold this level on the stock market chart, Bitcoin chart needs to pump. It needs to pump right now. When I look at this monthly, we got 17 days left in this month, and we are right around the area that we want to be. So overall, remaining cautiously bullish on these charts. Remember, I'm not looking at these charts to tell me exactly what's going to happen. It's helping me figure out the probabilities, and with those probabilities, I can know when to jump in and out of some of these other coins in the market, because overall Bitcoin lets you know whether we're in a uptrend or a downtrend, and then that opens up the gate to trade and maybe hold some of these altcoins, which is very, very good. Narratives. As you can see right now, if you're in the crypto market or if you're new to the crypto market, narrative is everything. Whatever narrative, ever since I got in 2027, whatever narrative, whatever is the overall hype bubble. I remember in the beginning it was Ethereum, then it was Ethereum killers because everybody wanted to be Ethereum, then it was the next XRP, the next Bitcoin, and now we're in an area where we're getting very niche with our narrative. So far this year we see that AI has been the biggest narrative in all of crypto, or all of investing, period. RWAs, or tokenization, is right behind it in that regard. But what these things are all going to need, and we're seeing it right now with the pump of ZEC, is all of these things are going to need privacy. But we're going to need privacy in the way that we have it in the real world. For example, when I go to the bank, or when I go to buy a car, or something like that, I can have privacy when it comes to my data. It's not just something that's on the blockchain. I have to actually give permission for them to search for my data. And that type of privacy is being built, but it doesn't truly exist in crypto yet. And when that privacy does exist in crypto, when we're able to share our social security numbers without sharing the actual number, just sharing that maybe I have a social security number, or you can run my credit check without sharing that, we're going to need something like zero knowledge proofs. And right here we have ZK Sync. Just got a shout out from MasterCard on the importance of zero knowledge proofs, and this is going to be able to zero knowledge but proof, like it's in the name, right? So I could say, hey, I'm a citizen of this place, but you don't need to see my my documentation, just know it's already verified and it's me and it's legit. So zero knowledge proof is going to be crucial for this market moving forward, especially when we get into the biggest pot of money in the world, and that's uncollateralized lending. You're going to need zero knowledge proofs, and ZK Sync is at the forefront of that right now. And this narrative is not really popping off yet. This is just prediction for me that we see ZEC waking up, Dash, Monero, some of the other legacy privacy coins are doing pretty good right now, but we need privacy coins at the protocol level, and that's where ZK Sync comes in, and they have partnered with MasterCard. Super bullish for the entire crypto market, especially bullish for RWAs, and overall especially bullish for bringing liquidity into the overall crypto market, or the Bitcoin market, depending on how you want to call it. So shout out to ZK Sync and Zero Knowledge Proofs. Next, we have this right here. You guys know that over the last couple of days, I've been super bullish on Tau. They have their halving coming up, which I think, for, you know, just like every other halving that is happening in crypto, once the halving comes, the price kind of chills out a little bit. I will be going heavy if there is a chill out phase in order to get my hands on some Tau, because this is one of the things that I've been looking at lately. So we have Bitcoin normalized crypto as a monetary asset. BitTenter expands it in the AI era. So it says right here, Metcalfe's law: the value of the network equals the number of users squared. Then you got Reed law: the value of the network equals the number of possible subgroups. Metcalfe's law: connecting individuals with decentralized money, network value scaled with user count. BitTenter's Reed law: connect all subnet, each with distinct utility in their own sub networks and user bases. Value scales with collaboration between subnets. This is already happening. Every subnet is a new network and economy. The introduction of subnets is already on the development roadmap, adding an additional layer of the network effect. So Reed's law is basically saying that the network of BitTensor will grow tenfold compared to the network of Bitcoin, based on the fact that when one subnet does good, the other subnet gets that information. That is crazy. That's just like, imagine if once Google made a breakthrough, XAI had it, Meta had it, all these places had it. Imagine if they were collaborating together to have this information and not really in competition like the way that they are. Things would speed up tenfold. Now, depending on who you are and how you feel about AI, you may want development to slow down, but Reed's law is already going to be boosting what's happening on BitTensor. So it's going to be the most powerful AI network by far, as long as people are building subnets on it. Speaking of subnets, these are some of the subnets that are being built on BitTensor. This shout out to RV Crypto for making this right here. You got Subnets 2, the best SSL for AI. You got Subnet 3, the world's distributed decentralized pre-training. You have the world's cheapest compute, the world's largest data scraper. You got, I hate when they say the world's this, so I'm gonna leave that out, because I don't think it's the world's largest or the world's this. People always claim that just because it looks good and it sounds good, but all these subnets are building different things, and when one subnet accomplishes something, the network effect of all those subnets will be huge. So you got the world's cheapest cloud storage, which, like I said, leave out the world's whatever. Cheapest video compression. You got one-click ML. Best price projecting for forecasting. You got decentralized compute vision, the best deepfake detection, so the best AI text detector. So all of these different subnets are building right now, and like I said, what they accomplish is going to grow tenfold, because, you know, it's the network effect of this entire network. So as long as Reed's law plays out, we can see that a Tau price of $335 is crazy. And when I look at this chart just looks so young. It looks like the beginning of a chart right here. We got an all-time high, I'm gonna say $745. All-time high close at $683. So definitely I believe this price could get back up to here. It just depends on what Bitcoin says, what this overall market's doing, and if we are going to do one of these where we kind of go up here and then bounce and continue higher, or whether we come down and then bounce and continue lower. You know, either way, I'm going to be buying in this area, and if we are going lower, then of course I'll be buying in this area. So that is the video for today. Let me know what you guys think about anything that I talked about in this video. Do you know of any other neobank that has gotten their digital asset banking license before Telcoin? Let me know in the comment box. Is there a subnet that you want me to look into because you think it is better than all the other subnets? Let me know in the comment box. Don't forget to check out my project, the Ohana Protocol. Said that retarded. The Ohana Protocol, keeping the human hand in the digital world. Don't forget my Telegram group is open. Y'all think positive and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots, and remember, never finish a negative statement about currency. Till next time, peace.